congratulations on winning a Zayed Future Energy Prize Award.
Thank you very much.
Very difficult. I've been reviewing and writing about the finalists for the past year, and I would hate to be on a jury. There's some steep competition, so congratulations. But I think there's something about Leader of Light that really excites people. Getting to the origin of it, I read somewhere, I thought that the idea was started in Brazil by an engineer
Alfredo Moser, yeah.
So could you speak a bit about how you took that and what you do now?
Well, we do collaborate with him for the daylight, but what Leader of Light really is the nightlight solution. So we teach women how to do the copper board with 4 pieces of materials, LED, and we put light at night. So the question of the Leader of Light, the one of Moser, was what happens at night, and so that's where the innovation came through. Is building these kind of movements where women will be able to be turned over skilled and simple materials to make the night lights. What concerned us really was during disasters. That's where it was born. Instead of just giving like plastic bags full of rice and canned food, how do you give them light when candles cannot be done and candles can't be done and batteries run out? We wanted something where the children would not get burnt in the tent and they would topple over, and so we wanted, how do you make thousands of sustainable lighting within 72 hours? And so what Leader of Light really is getting lots of volunteers to learn how to make the LED lights, and then during disaster to put them all together and volunteer their times to make the night lights. And that's how the whole revolution began.
Combined so many amazing elements. Can you remember specifically when the idea came and how you got started at the very beginning, like the specific moment, or was there an event? Or
well, Philippines has 20 disasters, 5 of them destructive. I think the biggest event really for us was Typhoon Haiyan, which grew the foundation. I think it was the litmus test when 14 million houses were lost during the disaster, 300 kilometers per hour. And so we were able to get 5,000 volunteers with companies just donating the parts, and we were able to assemble all those lights during those days. This would be impossible any other place because it would take 6 months just to make your order from China or India, another 2 months to import it, and by the time you get the lights to the tents of this scale, usually almost a year has passed. And so even if you use like a plastic bottles, LED, I wish I could open this up. This has only a copper board and a couple of pieces that you can buy from your local electronic shop. You can make your own lighting system. And so this is what we used.
And what is your own professional background?
I'm an urban planner. I specialize in alternative architecture, bamboo, tires, paper houses. But I could never light the schools and the houses that I built in the provinces.
And what have been some of the biggest surprises along the way as you've started, grown, gotten to world recognition?
So everybody thinks that a centralized agency, whether a corporate, an NGO, will be the future of sustainable energy. That if they go there, that they will provide a high-tech solution for the bottom billion without light. We believe otherwise. It's really using the untapped people, the genius of the poor, to be able to be part of this. And one of the greatest surprises is if you teach them how to make the solar lights, we learn from them how to make street lights. We learn from them how to make fishing lights out of pieces. So everybody thinks that we invented it, but actually it's from working with people that really need this energy and teaching them, not just making them retailers. You know how people give it and says, sell this for me and you'll get a commission, and they say, oh, it changes people's lives. No, you have to teach them how to hack it, how to, this myth of solar energy, and you'll be surprised when you teach them how to do it, and they actually understand how it's made, and you give them the supplier of the parts.
What suppliers do you use?
So we use simple 1 watt, different suppliers. There's a place called Director where I live, and you can buy almost everything for solar. Everything's ubiquitous in parts, but nobody teaches how to make the products, and so that's what we do. And starting out with one, we went around the world, and we're now 350,000 simple, but powerful.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's
around the world.
Yeah, I've written quite a lot about organizations serving the bottom through the bottom.
Yeah.
Using the people, innovating business models more to use the people to develop the solutions.
You have to inclusive, yeah.
And I think it's a huge core component. And the thing about it is, it doesn't get recognized as much because of the scale. So a light like this helps a whole family,
right?
But it's not on the 100 watt, 1,000 watt scale. So it doesn't register on a lot of market research reports, that kind of thing. Yeah. But it registers when it comes to quality of life. Yeah.
The purest form of charity in the liter of light sense is to make yourself obsolete. And so by just starting a small grassroots solar,
I feel like I just heard that somewhere. In the awards ceremony.
Because it makes sense. If you put it in human hands, and you multiply it by 1 million, it could be a more powerful solution than a really expensive high finance project that helps just a small group of people. Even if you really find out the real need of people, which is, do you need a high powered lamp in the center of your plaza and center of your camp, or do you need a little bit of LED 2 to 5 watts to light up most of the camps in small increments? What's more important to you? And mostly 95%, except for basketball courts or football fields, they would like to have little bits of light but spread out as much as possible in their village, because it's almost correlational to a drop in criminality or drop in crime.
What are your long-term targets?
We're traveling around the world. We have 15 countries to go to, and we're gonna start up these solar workshops in these 15 countries. And it's nice because we'll be open sourcing and teaching people where to get the parts in country, or if not, import it using the logistics that we have. And hopefully they'll develop its own marketing. Supply is one way to create the solution, but what if demand? You teach enough people how to make do-it-yourself street lights and house lights and all kinds of this kind of community-built solar, it will build suppliers that will come in and create this. So we're going to be teaching people, and hopefully it will build their own markets, this grassroots movement.
It's exciting on so many levels. I could just talk about it now myself, but what are aside from winning this great prize, what are some of the most helpful things that could assist you in that?
Always celebrate by a great party. I'm just kidding. But I think for me, one thing that we don't have is a lot of people coming up and sharing, like helping us with new technology. There are a lot of people. I was going to ask also about if you're thinking about branching out into other technologies as well, since you have wind. We would like to mix it with wind. So we're an NGO. We're not competitive, but there must be groups out there that have large stuff that would want to scale it down to something that the community can have, and we could be a perfect partner. Winning the prize, we should not give an illusion that we have everything on our plate. In fact, we don't have everything on our plate. What we did was we actually are open sourcing it, so more innovation comes in. But what we want to do with the community out there is, hopefully, if you have any idea where we can make it into a community tech, where we can build it in villages around the world to come and help us, to better ourselves, because this is just the spark. And so I heard you have one of the biggest communities in the world. Imagine if that brain power, even a portion of it, is not going to high tech, patented and return on investment, but maybe if we just the community would consider just giving us a portion of their time, a portion of their talent for low tech, high impact, we could grow so much more.
Well, it's one of the most exciting initiatives out there, and I think every time we write about the idea, it gets a lot of attention. It's something that really excites people, and I think, as you've said, the open sourcing, the way you're going about developing it is as admirable as can be. So thank you very much.
Thank you for interviewing us.
We'll hopefully get you more people to help.
Yeah, no, we hope that really people will, people, solar engineers, wind engineers, people that could figure out something how to, bring it to the grassroots. We would love to use that talent, that investment, to really show that there is the power of the poor, the power of innovation, but also the power of as I said, the genius of the poor, that make them part of the solution, and that's what we did, and we learned and we won.
Congratulations.